that we begin to forge ways ahead as oppressed people of the country called Nigeria. Yes, everybody has their own words for it. You like, you call it Zoo, you like, you call it Nigeria, you like, you call it Zugeria, you like, you call it Fulani Republic, you like, you call it Tinubu Republic, you like, you call it Ojo Kali Republic. Whatever name you want to give to it, all of us are responding to the same thing. Like, there are different approaches we know, but we also know at the same time that there are different, we are all reacting to nearly the same thing. Those who are saying the country is run as if it's just one empire or one country or one part of the country that is only existing, others are non-existent, are reacting to lopsided appointments, which is only going to the north. Those who are reacting because they feel that the people who are heading the ports, people who are heading the customs at the borders and all that, are also reacting because they feel that that is not the only section of the country that exists here. Those who are saying, oh, we cannot have oil, and people who come from the region that does not have oil will be manning our oil and be the ones to be using our money to do other things, they are also right. What we are simply saying is that the administration is not doing well, and everybody has got to react differently. So those who feel the best solution to it is let us break the country, let everybody manage their resources. You are looking at it from the economic perspective or aspect. Those who feel, oh, the power equation is also not balanced, because you feel that there's no true federalism or true federation among all of us, you're also right to say, okay, for political reasons, we have to break the country. But those who are saying, okay, we all know that everything still boils down to one problem, which is leadership problem, and that we should therefore crash the leadership and put the right leadership in place, are also correct. Everybody's reacting to only the same thing, which is that the leadership is bad. Now, if you think it was Femi Kuti I interviewed recently, some of you saw the video on this channel, and Femi Kuti was making it clear to us that many people who Fela was fighting for came up with the excuse the moment Fela was captured. And the excuse they came up with was, oh, if Fela were an Igbo man, we no go take him. If to say now, no, go on this channel and check the interview I had with Femi Kuti recently. He said it. He said, people said, if to say Fela na Igbo, we no go take him. But the person where they deal with him na him brother. Buhari, Obasanjo na him brother. The person where they deal with Fela na him brother. So make them deal with him na family meeting. Okay, now, that went that way. We formed a very dangerous culture of saying the people that we are the heroes that are fighting or leading the front anytime we have an agitation. Anytime they are captured, we say, oh, we start having excuses. Igbos will say, oh, na Yoruba man, na him brother, they deal with him. Hausa will say, oh, let them deal with him, he's a nuisance, he's a goat. Igbos will say the same thing. Yoruba will also find excuses. Okay, that one went. You also remember how Gani Fawemi stood and fought seriously to say that we must not allow this to continue, that the people who are ruining and pummeling the economy of the country are the people who keep electing to power. Everybody applauded Gani Fawemi, and you saw recently that even though Gani Fawemi stepped out to say, okay, let us start putting power in the hands of people who know what to do with the power. Nigerians, after applauding Gani Fawemi for all the efforts he played, including being arrested more than 29 times, people still chose Obasanjo over Gani Fawemi. Of course, if you ask people, they will have their excuses. They always hide under the excuses such as, oh, it's democracy, we have the right to choose our oppressors. The same people you think you are fighting for. Okay, that one went. Ken Saro-Wiwa was killed. In fact, many of Ogoni people we heard also condemned Ken Saro-Wiwa. In fact, they gave him out. They gave Ken Saro-Wiwa out to the enemies who wanted to capture him. And then we moved on. We have had many more heroes like that. The moment they stepped out and they get captured, we look at that phase is over. And I've started reading some comments all over again since yesterday. You see many Igbos coming out to say, well, IPOB is a movement, Biafra is a movement, it's not a person. They killed Ojukwu, it doesn't stop. No, they didn't even kill Ojukwu in that war. Okay, whatever, Ojukwu died, but it did not end the Biafran agitation. If you like capturing Nnamdi Kanu, it doesn't end. Are you trying to say that anybody who steps out for you, the moment they are captured, you leave them, you abandon them, and their dream dies automatically? Or whatever they were fighting for that you all killed behind has gone into the grave? Or I don't understand what exactly you people are trying to make out here. Showore also came out the moment they got captured, although we still were able to. That's why many people come in to say, tell Showore to stop what he's doing. He should stop what he came for and jump on just another one just like that. It will appear like a confused man. He can't be doing that. He came for a purpose to say, let us make sure that we get leadership right in this country. Nobody will have to complain again. Whether you agree with him or not does not matter. But you agreed with him at first until he was captured. The moment he was captured, you started looking for another warrior that cannot be captured. Nobody is indomitable. The only strength these people can have is when we all unite and support them. Nnamdi Kanu is nothing without support. Showore is nothing without support. The reason our oppressors are still happy to be doing what they are doing to us today is because we don't rally around the people who are stepping out for us. We do not rally around them. We leave them alone. We isolate them. We say, oh, so he did not have power before he stepped out. No, they depend on all of us. The strength of the broom is in the number. They depend on all of us to come together and support them. If you leave Nnamdi Kanu alone to suffer what he's suffering, it will be another 30 or 50 years before you can get another Nnamdi Kanu. Whether it's right or wrong is not even the point. The point is we can take this to start rallying around ourselves and start saying the right things. Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested. Is that the end? No. I'm not saying I support taking armed struggle or taking arms against ourselves or not. No. I'm not. But I'm saying that whichever way he was arrested, Nnamdi Kanu is entitled to right to self-determination. If they pick Nnamdi Kanu the way they pick him, and all of us, instead of rallying around him and saying he has the right to self-determination and that we all want to see the arraignments and the trial in a fair way, in the fair manner, we all have the right to say so that we can rally around him and they don't take him the anyhow. Because whatever they do to Nnamdi Kanu is a threat, or is a message, or is a signal, or a warning to Igboho. So those of you who feel, oh, it is Nnamdi Kanu that is captured, it is not you. They are simply laying a dangerous precedence that anybody they capture like that, people should be stripped off him. And he should be left alone to face the music. No. He did not come out alone. He was fighting for a cause. The cause that most of you rally around. So you cannot now say, you cannot now come and start writing comments on Nairaland or anywhere or on Facebook to say, oh, the capture of Nnamdi Kanu does not mean the end of Biafra. Are you trying to say you're already looking for a replacement for him? Barely 24 hours he was paraded in Nigeria by the Nigerian security operatives. Barely 48 hours you're already looking for a replacement and you're already disowning him by saying, oh, the capture of Nnamdi Kanu is not the end of Biafra. Are you already ignoring him? Are you already neglecting him? What does that statement suggest to any right-thinking person? So anytime they capture anybody who is leading or fronting an agitation, does that mean the end or a suspension completely to the face? Or does that mean whoever is captured is therefore on his own? Was he on his own before he was captured? So why on his own because he's captured now? No. Whatever the circumstance surrounding how he is captured is not important. Whatever circumstance that surrounds how he was captured is not important. What is important is that he's now facing the state over charges of treason and felony. In whose stead is he facing it? Is he not in the stead of all the people who are oppressed that he said, okay, this is the approach I think is best for my people? Self-determination. Showore is also standing for people by saying, okay, this is the approach I think is best, which is revolution, change of the system completely because the system is not working. This is an important epoch in history, and what we must do is to say, let us take this avenue. We want to even test most of you people who are always going on the internet to always say, oh, nothing can happen. It has now happened. So what are you going to do? Let us now start seeing how we can do what we can do. Let us start seeing how we can do what we can do to make sure that we make this an important case for all of us. That the way they treat somebody like this will affect the way they will treat others. If they catch Igbo, don't tell me Igbo is indomitable. Nobody is indomitable. They can catch anybody. Igbo still has some Southwest governors, approving of what he's doing. That's why they still support him with Amotekun and other things. Yes, they still believe that he's still doing something that is still somehow affordable or acceptable. That's why they are doing what they are doing. If they want to capture him, they will pick him the way. In fact, everybody who is agitating that the government is not looking at you right now, you are a dot in the circle. If they are ready for you, they will pick you. Now they have picked Nnamdi Kanu. He's saying, does anybody believe us? So this time last week, we told you they are picking Nnamdi Kanu. Will you agree? Will you not call it fake news? Oh, somehow you are all coming to the terms that they have picked him actually. Okay, now that they have picked him, what is the way forward? Are we abandoning him at this crossroad? What are we therefore doing from here? It does not matter whether he was captured in UK, Ukraine, Kanu, or Abuja, Niger, Kenya, anywhere. What matters is that he has now been repatriated back to Nigeria. He has been extradited. He has been brought back to come and face punishment for crimes that we have not even read new charges that they are going to file up against him. Many of them. So we now want to see whether the shouts we are all hearing online all these whiles, whether you actually mean them. If they pick Sunday Igboho today, we'll still read the same comments about Sunday Igboho. Oh yeah, they have picked him. That is not the end to the dual agitation. Is that the way to treat your heroes? Is that the way to treat people who have put at the front to continue to champion your cause? It doesn't make sense. Therefore, I want to suggest that we can take this avenue. It doesn't matter whether you agree with Nnamdi Kanu or not. Injustice to one is a threat to the justice of others. Injustice to Nnamdi Kanu is a threat to the justice of any other person they are going to pick afterwards. Forget about anybody. Nobody is almighty. Nobody is indomitable. Anybody can be captured. But we must make this a very important reference case. And I want to challenge all of you who are always going online to promote whether Igboho or Showore or Nnamdi Kanu to start forming a formidable front to see how all of the oppressed people who are reacting differently can start channeling all their energies together to make sure that they start protecting citizens against the oppressive regime that we have in town as we speak right now. And that is the most important thing. We must survive this regime before we can say we are looking for any other thing. If you have not survived this regime, you can't get anything you are clamoring or agitating for. It's not possible. You can't have it under this regime because they'll capture you. So we must survive this regime first of all by making sure that they don't continue to eat into the rights of people, pushing people to the wall, and people will see enter the wall and come out on the other side. It does not make sense anymore. We must therefore start coming together as a people to resist the way and manner that we know cruelly they want to handle Nnamdi Kanu's matter. It is not about whether you agree with his method or not now. All right? But let justice not just be done, but be seen to be done. And that is exactly what we must begin to do now. We must take Nnamdi Kanu's case as an important epoch. We must take it as an event that we can't use as springboard to start rallying people around a common cause in this country. And that is exactly why we must take this as a significant case at this point in history of Nigeria. I don't want to talk for too long. I just decided to say, let me come out. I've been reading some comments and I'm not satisfied with the comments I'm reading. And that's exactly why we must start correcting wrong impressions, wrong orientations, wrong directions, wrong mindsets. We don't need all of that anymore. We are all oppressed people and we only have one common problem. The people at the government offices who are collecting allocation money, allowance and everything every month without doing anything. They are the ones causing all our problems. So we must start uniting to make sure that we kick these people out and install good governance in place. Whether you like it or not, even if you have a new republic, we will still face the same problem because we will still fight this war. If these people try to regroup themselves in the new republic, we will still have to fight this fight against wicked and oppressive leadership. So why not let us fight it while we are still here? So that even when we get there, we would have already, inculcated the culture of resistance against oppressive and wicked leadership from here before we even get to the new republic. So that it's not really said just easily like that. Gentlemen and ladies, I want to encourage all of you. This is not the time to say, oh, Nnamdi Kanu is a bad guy or is this or that. This is the time to say, okay, even if he has committed offense, let us all look at the allegations and let us all monitor this case together. Let there be transparency in the trial. Don't do anything in secret and don't bring any trump up charges of things that you know he did not do. And we also want speedy hearing and trial. We don't want a trial that today you bring one witness, you won't bring another one until another 2 years. It does not make sense. So we must learn the culture of resistance from here before we get into your new republic. I'm not saying that I want a new republic compulsorily. I'm not saying people who are asking for it are also wrong. I'm only saying whether I am in Nigeria, I'm one person that is indifferent. If I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm in the Oduduwa Republic, I don't care. All I care about is good road, electricity, good infrastructure, education, proper healthcare. If it is New Republic that will guarantee it, I don't have a problem. If it is still Nigeria, change of leadership that will guarantee, I don't have a problem. But I'm tired that anytime the oppressive system that is preventing all these changes from happening captures any hero, we then withdraw and start saying, oh, it does not mean the end. When we have another hero, we start looking for another hero. That is jump shipping. It does not make sense at all anywhere in the world, any part of the country. Gentlemen and ladies, I don't care what side of the divide you belong, whether you want to be Biafran, Oduduwan, or Nigerian, or whatever it is. This is an important case, and we must not let it go down the drain just anyhow. Start grouping, start having meetings. Let's start talking. My name is Segun Olo. I see you another time. I leave you as usual with Larry Safari, and this one is titled Vagabonds in Power. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.
Hey, vagabonds in power. They want me, they want you. Government in power. It don't tell them they play also. The vagabonds in power. They want me, they want you. The government in power. It don't tell them they play also. Yes, every little thing when I see, I go talk. Every little thing when you see, make you talk. My ancestors. But if you kill the messenger, you know go fit kill the messenger. My people just they suffer, suffering and smiling. Hey, vagabonds in power. They use me, they use you. The government in power. You don't tell them they kill us. So wake up, make on a wake up, make you shine your eyes. Oh yeah, get up, make on a get up. This one no be eyes. We did they pray without action. You know go walk up. Some day fast without action. You know go walk up. I say the only thing we go walk with action.